Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Test Flight in the MiG-21 Fishbed. And I'm on approach to Krasnodar, the military airfield at the city of Krasnodar, and I'm going to just take it around here, set up on final. And I want to try one more time to just set this up and see if I can get this automatic glide slope intercept and like the automatic approach mode to kick in. I've done it once before back at back at Sochi Adler. I just want to try it one more time. It was a little bit twitchy back there. I just want to try it one more time right here and just see if I can make this a little bit more presentable as an approach. So, okay, so I'm going to pick up the glide slope here in just a second. I'm, directly 90 degrees off, obviously. Now, let's see here. Let me just bring it back around. I should have these flags go away once I pick it up. Okay, there we go. Now I've got the glide slope down there. I'm a little high, and I'm going to roll out way, actually, to the right. Okay, throttle back in a little bit. You just need to bring it back around to the left. Boy, how did I overshoot that so much? Oh, well. Okay, so let me try this one more time. I need to maintain this altitude. And boy, this is driving me nuts with my nose. How it's just so easy for it to go down. It's so easy to lose altitude and so easy to lose airspeed. Okay, but I should be picking up the glide path here any second now. And I mean, this is one of the reasons why I want to figure out if this is going to work or not, because I'm just having all kinds of trouble keeping the field in sight. Okay, let me kick it in right now. Okay, no joy. Let me bring it back around here, roll out. Okay, try one more time. A little left and a little low. It says I'm left and low. I can't be low, right? Surely not. Okay, there's the outer marker. Okay, there we go. Let me kick it in one more time. Okay, now it's working. But, I mean, I just didn't have a good initial setup. Now it's trying to kill me. So, okay, it has kicked off. And I think that'll work if I can get a better initial setup. And, my goodness, I mean, this is a downright dangerous aircraft to fly. I mean, it has, I mean, that's all there is to it. Okay, inner marker. Too late now. I'm going to take it around one more time. I'm going to go gear up and just reset and try to rethink the way that I'm trying to, or the way that I need to approach my landings here. Because what I'm doing right now just is not working. I mean, granted, I've only made, this will only be my 4th landing ever in the MiG-21. You've seen 2 of them. The first one was during the training module, and I can't complain. I mean, it's controllable. I just got to figure out what works for me. I mean, I know, I mean, believe me, it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I just cannot make myself do it and not make the aircraft do what I want the aircraft to do in this case. Okay, so 700 kph. Let me bring it around one more time. I'll just set up for a very, very long straight-in approach, and just see if I can get that part down, and then go for the more, go for the hard stuff from there. You know. Okay, so out here over the city of Krasnodar, there's the stadium. I remember back in the day when, and this is where all the KA-50, or at least the ones that I flew as far as the KA-50 missions and campaigns were held. That was what you would always see. That was like the thing to do, was to land your KA-50 in the stadium and take a screenshot. I guess we were very, very easily amused back then, but there are probably still like tons of forum posts with that. And we've got the, what feature is that? I think that's like the railway station, the old railway station. This is the old Krasnodar Mozdok rail line. I think it's the one running right there. That was a pretty big deal back in its time. That's the reason a lot of these towns are out there on the I guess left side of the Caucasus, north side of the Caucasus up here are theirs because of that runway or railway going through. Okay, I'm a little bit low on fuel now. That's what these indications mean. So my this in one tank, whichever fuel tank that is down to nothing, and I'm down to 450 liters total, which is still no big deal for now. since I am right here at the airfield. I've got plenty of fuel. I've got the international airport coming up here below me. But yeah, very, very interesting interesting location if you take the time to research it a little bit and just look at the area and the context of where we're flying in these missions. No lack of possibilities, that's for sure, when it comes to places to fly, even though we are limited to just the Black Sea map and have been for a long time. It's a good place to fly. Lots of interesting stuff to see. Lots of varied terrain. I mean, you got this in contrast to back there in Georgia, where I've been flying the majority of the missions. Okay, let me go gear down. Go flaps intermediate. Now, I should be coming around here and picking up that glide slope at any time now. It's a steeper glide slope than I'm used to as well, that I get with the ILS system. It's a, I think it's a 4 degree as opposed to the 2.5 or 3 degree glide slope that I'm kind of used to in the A-10 or, just flying Western type aircraft. Okay, it says I'm high and it says I'm right. I believe the right. I don't know if I believe the high part. Although I don't know. I might be a little high. I'll trust it, of course. Okay, so now I'm set up. Let me just stabilize right here on approach. Now let me try this and see if it works any better. Okay, 450. Full flaps. Let me try this. Let me try scrunching down, recentering track IR, and then sitting up, just to kind of like raise my seat position. I mean, this is actually kind of awkward, but yeah, I don't like that at all, actually. Okay, right there. Now I'll just kind of sit up in my seat a little bit. I mean, this is just, it's just a challenging approach, just because of the nose. Okay, let me disengage that, and that's the trick, is just to set up on the approach a long ways out, engage the automatic system if you want it, or if you're in the weather and you just want a little bit of a backup on the approach, and then take over manually from there. Okay, wow, I'm getting so slow. That's a lot of drag I've got on the aircraft right now. Let me go throttle up, bring it back around here. Okay, 400. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather be fast, that's for sure, than slow. Okay, this should work out. Let me go for gentle on my touchdown. I don't care if I land fast, I just want to land gently. Okay, throttle in. I give up. That was definitely not gently. I mean, I had it. That was a good flare. It was just that I flared a little bit high, and God, this is not. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's easy. A lot of it is that I'm just not that good a pilot. But you're gonna have fun landing this aircraft. That's all there is to it. I never did deploy my drogue chute, but yeah, I'll make this a no-shoot landing and take it on in. Okay, so anytime that you have a no-shoot landing in an aircraft, you run the risk of overstressing the brakes. So yeah, I'd probably just stop out here in a hot brakes area, if there is such a thing in the Russian context, or even if the I don't even know if the braking system as we have here. I'm sure it is prone to overheating. I'm just not sure exactly how much it would take on the MiG-21 system to, get into a dangerous situation where you just have so much heat build up that you run the risk of, deflating the tires or catching fire if there's a little bit of oil or hydraulic fluid drip down there. But okay, I mean, I'll take that. Any landing you can safely taxi away from, I'll take. But I don't know. I just need some work on that. I think I had the right idea that time, staying fast, making sure that I touch down gently. I just flared a little bit too high. That's what it came down to. And this is a very, very low aircraft to the ground. I mean, compare the side picture you get right here to what you get in the A-10, and yeah, it's very, very different. Let me disengage my nose wheel brake and get everything cleaned back up while I'm thinking about it. Let me go flaps up. And think about where I want to park this thing. This is going to be my new little base of operations for some time. So I've got the main ramp out here with the tower, some trucks. I've got, looks like a maintenance hangar with the ramp. That's not where I would want to park an aircraft. I have the ramp in back of me right there. And actually, you know what? I was looking at some overhead imagery from back in the past, and there was always a lot of SU-25s parked on this ramp. Yeah, this ramp. So I think this will be my primary parking location. I also, let me see, also back here, not necessarily on these houses. Actually, the overhead imagery that I've seen, at least the stuff that's in Google Earth, doesn't show those houses anymore. It's just open parking pads, and you'll see some helos parked back there behind us. And you'll see some Antonov 26s parked up there on pads where some of those houses are, and also a lot more MiG-21s, and just a whole lot of aircraft that look like they're just kind of in storage, out of commission, just parked around the area back here. Actually right there where these aircraft are parked. So I don't know, it looks like this airfield has seen better days. But it should be an interesting spot to fly out of. Okay, I'll just take it right up here and park nose in on this spot and get her shut down. Come up with some kind of a sequence to do the shutdown in. Okay, we'll just manage this. Okay, close enough, and let me just kind of roll it out here so that my nose gear aligns. Hit the brakes. Okay, the crew chief's going to go in and park it. What was it down to on fuel? 250 liters. Not a whole lot. Although I knew I was low on fuel, I just didn't know I was going to burn that much off during the taxi. Jeez, okay. And you can see how how that works there with these lights. They just kind of go down. You get in a worse and worse situation the further down that you go. Now I've got my number 3 tank and is about to run dry, so yeah, I need to go ahead and kill everything. Okay, let me go radar off. Let me come around here and go, let's see, what would the order be around here? It's not really going to matter. Let me go ahead and go, okay, nose cone, pump, trim, autopilot, FDS, gyro, RSPN, radar altimeter, arc, radio. All this stuff was already off. Flight recorder off. Let me go. Gyros off. Let me go. Radio. Got that. Got that. And the key here is just to kill it in a way that you're not, that you're using the actual switch to turn the system off, and the system is not going to kick off just by virtue of power no longer being applied to it through the generator or the battery. And I'm back. I have my good old kick back to the desktop happen again, which is driving me insane, as you know if you've been watching previous videos. But, okay, yeah, the key, like I was saying, is to shut everything down in an order that is not going to, have it unexpectedly, or you're going to use the switch to turn the systems off as opposed to just killing power outright. So at this point, I've got everything off as far as systems that I can see and I can remember. So now I need to go AC gen off. Okay, I can go throttle to cutoff. Okay, that's going to kill the engine. So now I no longer need the fuel pumps. So I'll go off, off, and off. And at this point, my DC generator is no longer functioning. I can turn that off. And I can also turn off the battery. And now I'm done. Okay, so let me go ahead and pop the canopy. And there we go. So another mission down, and okay, so yeah, like I said I guess it would have been episode 11. I just threw this navigation little mini series in here because I intended to do these up until the point that the sim was released every couple of days. So hopefully the sim is released by now and that I've timed this correctly. But if not, oh well, there are more to come. And if the sim is released, then I'll get into some tutorials and see you in the I guess the actual test flight series and some of the on-the-range tutorials. So I hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, do please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, or leaving a comment in the comment section below on any video or all videos that you see. It does help me out a lot, and I will see you next time. Thanks again.